Have you ever felt lost, even though you're still moving forward every day? Perhaps that's the feeling Ben Napier once experienced. With his strong image and warm smile, he's considered the heart and soul of his hometown. However, things started to change as his halo began to fade and Ben slowly stepped away from the spotlight. Fans couldn't help but wonder, where's Ben? Why this change? Rumors began to spread, ranging from concerns about his health, the pressure of fame, to mysterious events no one had known about. And then, the truth slowly started to come to light. The story behind Ben's absence was more than just the usual speculation. Have you ever felt lost, even though you kept moving forward every day? If you've experienced that feeling, leave a 1 in the comments. And if you've never felt that way, comment 0. We'd love to hear your story. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and make sure you don't miss out on the interesting stories in our upcoming videos. You'll realize that it's actually the moment when everything starts to change quietly, but profoundly. To understand this change, we need to go back to the moment when Hometown first aired. When the first season premiered, no one could have predicted it would become such a phenomenon. There was no intense drama, no high-stakes situations like other home renovation shows. Hometown came to the audience like a breath of fresh air, simple, heartfelt, and so emotionally rich, it left people unable to take their eyes off the screen. Home renovations, but also about restoring history and preserving cherished memories. Each home that Ben and Aaron renovate tells its own story, from peeling paint to sagging porches, all filled with memories and life. What makes Hometown special isn't just the homes they renovate, but how Ben and Aaron connect with the audience, making them feel like they're a part of this community. Watching an episode of Hometown is like visiting an old friend, one who knows how to wield a sledgehammer and a paintbrush, but more importantly is always welcoming you with open arms. Ben's down-to-earth personality and Aaron's creative talent makes each project not only beautiful, but also warm and inviting. Hometown is not just a story about homes. It's about building a community, honoring the past, and looking toward the future. The town of Laurel becomes a central character, with all its untold stories and peaceful atmosphere, making viewers feel as though they're living there. Hometown is not just another home renovation show. To live, but a place that brings people together. But the success of Hometown didn't come easily. It's the result of a small idea fueled by a love for their hometown of Laurel. At first, when HGTV gave the Napier family the opportunity, it seemed like nothing more than an impossible dream. But then, a miracle happened, and the show quickly captivated viewers not only for the beautiful homes, but also for the touching stories behind each house and family. Audiences felt a deep connection as they witnessed the joyful tears of homeowners stepping into their newly renovated homes. Reflects the deep love that the Napier family has for their hometown. Laurel may not be a place known for noise or drama, but it's the simple, heartfelt stories from this town that give the show its unique appeal. Hometown offers viewers a message. Sometimes the simplest and most familiar things are what bring true happiness and long-lasting connections. In a world where everything changes quickly, Hometown remains steady, gentle, and enduring. However, as the show continued to grow, the pressure began to mount. Bringing with it higher expectations, more filming schedules, and also more demands. While everything on screen appears perfect, the behind-the-scenes story is much more complex. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until an unexpected scandal thrust Ben into the spotlight, something he never sought. Fans began to panic. Hometown, once a peaceful and innocent space, suddenly became the center of slander and doubt. The Hometown show stood out because of its portrayal of good people, simple lives, and the pride of small-town America. Scandal of 2022, fans felt as though everything they had once trusted was shaken. The scandal involved a welfare fund totaling $177 million allegedly meant for the state's poorest families, but was embezzled for personal gain. Big names like former NFL quarterback Brett Favre and former Governor Phil Bryant were also dragged into the controversy, creating a public storm. The scandal, particularly involving the construction of a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi, where Favre's daughter attended, caused a massive uproar. As investigators began to dig deeper, thousands of pages of documents and text messages were released. Napier's name unexpectedly appeared in the picture. The hometown fan community was stunned. How could an ordinary craftsman like Ben be involved in such a scandal? Speculation began to spread, and social media became a hotspot for information, with many people worried that everything they had once believed about Ben and Aaron might no longer be true. However, it is important to view the situation objectively. Although Ben's name appeared in documents related to the scandal, the truth is that he had no involvement in any wrongdoing. There is no evidence to suggest that Ben knew about the fraud, participated in the fraud, or benefited from it. This story is a prime example of mistaken identity, or more accurately, a random mention in a larger controversy. In situations like this, anyone whose name is brought up can easily be unfairly labeled, even if they have no involvement in the matter. However, Ben didn't rush to explain everything, and this only made him more beloved and respected by his fans. He believed in the truth, and in the end, the truth cleared everything up. When everything settled down, it was clear that Ben was neither being investigated nor accused in the scandal. However, for the loyal fans back home, it was a moment of worry. In a world filled with the dark sides of public figures, Ben's involvement in the scandal certainly raised concerns. But fortunately, this is one of the rare occasions where things weren't as bad as they seemed. Solid in the hearts of his fans. This situation only made people defend him and Aaron even more, reminding them that sometimes good people can get caught up in troubles they didn't cause. Just when it seemed like everything had settled down, life suddenly brought Ben a new challenge. This time, it wasn't rumors or scandals, but a more serious personal issue. His shoulder injury, which initially seemed like just a minor pain, gradually became more severe, forcing Ben to face significant challenges both physically and mentally. Often sitting rather than standing, or Aaron had to take on the heavier tasks for him. These small signs did not escape the attention of those who had followed him for years. Discussions about Ben's condition began to spread on social media, with fans worrying that something more serious was going on. At first, some people thought Ben was just tired from the constant filming, but concern grew when no one from the show directly explained what was happening with him. Injury, a persistent issue that was only getting worse. A bone spur had deeply embedded itself in his shoulder joint, and despite continuing to work, trying to push through the pain, the situation kept deteriorating. The constant pain started to affect every aspect of Ben's life. Simple tasks like picking up his daughter or doing things he loved became incredibly difficult. This was not just a physical challenge, but also an emotional blow for Ben, as he began to question whether he could still be the strong father and husband he always wanted to be. This decision was not easy, as there were many risks and fears surrounding the recovery process. However, his wife, Erin, was always there to encourage him and remind him that taking care of himself was crucial to living a healthy life for their family. After the surgery, Ben faced a challenging recovery process, which included wearing a shoulder brace and undergoing intensive physical therapy to regain strength and mobility. Throughout his recovery, Ben received incredible support from his fans through an outpouring of encouraging messages on social media, making him feel that he was not alone in this journey. To the projects he loved. Nevertheless, with his perseverance and Erin's support, Ben gradually recovered and was able to return to the work he is passionate about. The difficult days helped Ben realize the value of the simplest things, like holding his daughter and returning to woodworking. The gratitude he felt for being able to do everything again made him even stronger. When Ben returned to the show, his fans felt a sense of victory, not just for him, but for all those who had supported him throughout this challenging journey. But for those who love him, it is the most meaningful and inspiring part of his story. As Ben and Erin continue to push forward with projects in their hometown, something deeper is unfolding behind the scenes, a blend of family milestones and unforgettable memories. Hometown is not just a home renovation show. It's about love, family, and the passage of time, all woven together in the most unexpected ways. Farewells. As we dive deeper into the journey of Ben and Erin Napier, we can't overlook the layers of emotion that Hometown has brought into their personal lives. Ben and Erin are not just talented home renovators, they have big hearts, intertwining love and family into every project they take on. One of the most memorable projects was when they renovated the home for Ben's brother, Jesse, and his wife, Lauren. This wasn't just a house renovation, it was a story of love and family connection. Expected piece of good news came their way. Jesse and Lauren were expecting their first child, while Ben and Erin were also awaiting the arrival of their second child. Both families, sharing the joy and new milestones in life, were about to become fathers close in age. This truly was a special moment shared in the Family Values episode, highlighting the deep bonds within the family and the joy of raising children in a close-knit community. The renovation of Jesse and Lauren's home was a perfect blend of Ben's carpentry skills and Erin's refined design style. Told a story of family, love, and new beginnings. However, a few years later, in 2025, the home filled with family memories would face a new turning point, marking a change in the lives of all involved. The decision to move to a larger piece of land with a big garden was an important shift for Jesse and Lauren. It was a space where they could grow their own crops, allow their children to explore nature, and enjoy peaceful family moments. This new chapter symbolized not just a change in their living situation, but a deeper connection to the values of family and growth that had always been at the core of their journey. lived. It was a place that held countless precious memories. These moments are something every family can relate to when having to let go of a home deeply tied to their past. Erin expressed her emotions about leaving through a heartfelt post on social media. She shared her sadness at having to say goodbye to the house, while also hoping that it would be loved and cherished as much as their family had. The post was not just about her feelings for the home, but also a deep reflection on the pain of letting go of a space that had held so many meaningful memories. In their small home. To him, the house wasn't just a building, it was a witness to some of the most important moments in their lives, from family gatherings to warm, cozy meals. For Ben and Erin, the old house wasn't merely a physical space. It was a part of their lives, a place filled with cherished memories. Each renovation project wasn't just another task. It was a piece of their hearts, a testament to their love, dedication to family, and commitment to the community. Jesse and Lauren's home wasn't just another renovation. Value of family and love in every home they build. Ben and Erin's story doesn't end here. While many people think they've reached the peak of their renovation careers, the reality is they are preparing for an even bigger leap. After their previous project's tremendous success, people thought they would slow down and take a break, but Ben and Erin have unexpectedly flipped the script. Their biggest project isn't just a house, it's a significant milestone, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their journey. Not only for themselves, but also for the community. Sebring, Florida, stands at the threshold of a major opportunity for transformation. Entrusted to the talented hands of Ben and his team, this town is about to undergo a comprehensive renovation. It's not just about repainting walls or fixing a few buildings. Sebring needs a massive overhaul, from outdated homes to the revitalization of public spaces and infrastructure. However, this is no easy task. Storms to economic hardships that left many homes abandoned and businesses shuttered. Empty streets, a lack of momentum, and aging infrastructure made it nearly impossible for the town to thrive. While the heart of Sebring still beats, it needs a bold transformation to truly be reborn and restored. That's exactly why Ben Napier and his team decided to take on a large-scale renovation. This project goes far beyond fixing up individual buildings. It's about rebuilding public spaces, revitalizing local shops, and upgrading critical infrastructure to breathe new life into the entire community. However, for Ben, it's the perfect opportunity to showcase his leadership skills and bring about real change to the community he loves. Not just the project leader, Ben has the ability to turn big dreams into reality by breaking them down into actionable, practical steps. This skill is what allows Ben and his team to work efficiently and succeed. Sebring isn't alone in its revival. The renovation projects here will not only bring a fresh new look, but also incorporate creative ideas that enrich the revitalization plans. Experts from various fields have come together to contribute the best solutions for Sebring, creating an energetic and dynamic atmosphere for each project. Each project, whether it's renovating an old house or building a new park, involves a creative and professional team, resulting in noticeable changes for the town. Historic home, which is not only a living space, but also an important part of the community's heritage. With all these renovation efforts, Sebring is not just a town undergoing a transformation in appearance, but also a place where hope and faith are being reborn for the community. These renovation projects are not just simple tasks. They are an investment in the future, in families, and in the community. This is a new chapter for Sebring, and Ben and his team are leading the way in building a new town with new homes, new streets, and a brighter future ahead. Vibrant areas for the community. One of the main highlights is the town's central park, which has been redecorated with a cozy gazebo, becoming the perfect spot for residents to gather, relax, and enjoy the fresh air. This is not just a recreational space, but also an integral part of community life in Sebring. The town's small businesses, especially long-established ones like Cuban Cafe and the local movie theater, have not been overlooked. Create unique landmarks that attract both visitors and locals. This not only improves the quality of life, but also boosts the local economy, revitalizing the town's energy. However, Ben and Aaron Napier understand that revitalizing a community is not just about changing the outward appearance of buildings. It is also a revolution in the spirit and faith of the people. After many years of facing hardships and challenges, the people of Sebring needed a reason to hope, to take pride in their hometown once again. Message of resilience and hope. They show that despite facing significant challenges, Sebring can rise and thrive. Every renovated home, every revived neighborhood brings a sense of renewal and a strong community spirit. Small stories and old memories are reborn, breathing new life into them. Hometown Takeover is not just a renovation program, it is a revolution within the community. Thanks to the efforts and dedication of Ben and Aaron. The program doesn't just end after each season, it serves as a testament to Ben and Aaron's long-term commitment to the community. The results are not only material, but also bring deep emotional value. For Ben, this work is not just a career, but a mission to help the community, to assist them in rebuilding their lives, and more importantly, to restore the faith and resilience that many places lost after years of hardship. A testament to the power of love and effort in creating miracles in life. With a new contract extending until 2027, the program will continue to bring fresh stories, new projects, and major transformations. While Sebring is just the beginning, Ben and Aaron will not stop there. They will continue to bring renovations to many other communities, offering hope and opportunities to the places that need change the most. If you were Ben and had to face the challenges in life like he has, what would you do? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a 1 if you think you could overcome the challenge, or a 0 if you feel like you need more time to prepare. Enjoy the video and make sure to hit subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and let's explore more interesting stories together in the upcoming videos.